forever in the skies for the rest of the stream. We are going to pick up where we left off. This one. Yep. I don't remember any of what's going on here. That's fine. We'll pop right in. For those who haven't seen Forever Skies, this is like, you can call it like Sky Nautica, Sky Raft, whatever you want to do. It's sort of a little bit of everything there. A flight sim, it's not a flight sim. Calling it a flight sim would definitely be, if you got this and you were expecting a flight sim, you would definitely be cursing someone out because it's just a different game. Oh, there we go, getting some frame chunk. But yeah, so it's kind of a Sky Raft, Sky whatever, like Aeronautica, whatever. So we need to get through the wall to continue our flight, which we did. That's that wall back there. But what we're trying to do in here is we can... Man, why is it being so chunky frame rate all of a sudden? It didn't do this to me last time. But basically you go to these different platforms. They're like the islands in Raft where you collect resources. You use that to upgrade your airship blimp thing. But yeah. Now, like, mild trolling, sure, whatever. What am I hearing? I think we already searched this one, right? I believe we already searched this one. I'm gonna go with we already searched this one. Okay. Alright, so we got our symbol here on the map. And I have a big scary bee icon behind me, like bee wasp head. We only saw it at a distance through the wall. We didn't actually see what it is. So we've got a question mark thing over there. Let's check out the question mark, because that's probably got something we care about. And then our goal is probably that exclamation mark. But yeah, so there's a lot of flying around between these, collecting resources, upgrading your stuff, all that. Good times. That said, for as much as I like it as something that, you know, it does do stuff like Raft and all that, it definitely didn't really... I think it suffers from the thing... What'd you say? Oh. Unknown location reached. And then I ran out of fuel in one of my engines. Which is my only engine. Do I have fuel in here anywhere? Okay, what do I need to make fuel again? It's been a while. So you're not where I make fuel. I make fuel in my backpack, right? Yeah, it just doesn't have like the same soul, whatever you want to go with, as the Subnautica or Raft. And I think that comes from the fact that it tries to go for the realism side of things, and people know I actually have lots of opinions about realism. And so, oh, I can't make fuel out of there? Okay, so I guess I make it in here. And it's just one of those things that I feel like because they went that route, you know, people expect it to be more serious. Wait, are you actually able to pull that from Storge? Did they add that? I didn't think we had that the last time. Interesting. Talk, hint, advise, or not? I'm not looking for backseating. I don't think we've hit anything that we need to worry about right this second. I usually prefer figuring stuff out on my own. I also did play this game to what was available, like 1 or 2 major early access versions alone. It's just been a while. Oh yeah, thank you for closing the queue for me. That has no bearing here.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. No unidentified objects were detected.
Okay. But yeah, so it's one of those things that, like, while the game's good, it definitely doesn't hold up as well against some of the things that inspired it. And like I said, for me, it's a lot of little things. Like this thing having some of the most aggressive screen shake ever kinda really is annoying. And I'm pretty sure we checked to see you could turn it off, and you could turn off screen shake for some things, but it didn't affect this. That said, I haven't checked in the last week or so from when we last played it. Maybe that functionality got added. And why is the frame rate chunking so hard? Like, I've changed no settings since the last time I played. Alright, let's go get ourselves hurt a little bit.
The immune system has dealt with viral infection.
I believe if we drop the hive... That's what I'm looking for. If we believe we drop... Oh, that's just the honey. I believe with the hive I could break it to get the bee queen or whatever out of it. I could be mixing up my game. No, that's probably, I'm thinking Dinkum, because we played that recently too. Meanwhile, all those flowers and everything we had in storage are all rotting. Okay, so we got more helium, which lets me get a bigger balloon. I'm gonna check to see if they gave us some settings for the shake, because I'm already like, oh man, why is the tool screen shake? Animation smoothing? Tool animation, I don't even know what that means. Yeah, so we got rid of the head shake. That's fine, don't need the arachnophobia mode, I don't think. We have all our difficulty stuff on default. No, it doesn't look like it.
Colossal life form detected. The spot has been marked on radar.
Cool, colossal life form detected.
Hydration level is decreasing.
All right. Turn the smoothing up and see if it affects it. Yeah, we can go with it. I'm curious what that is. So usually when testing, jump things to an extreme. No, that's still shaking very violently. Yeah, it's a bummer. Friendly reminder, all devs, you took the time to add screen shake. Like, literally, it was something you had to put into effort to create. I know it's upsetting to be like, I put effort into this, and someone saying, please turn that thing off you put effort into, but seriously. Oh, inventory's full. But the point is, for a lot of people, you're actively making your game worse. I don't mind it existing, but if you're gonna bother to put the hours in to add it to your game, just give us a toggle to turn it back off, or at least adjust the severity. That resolution is unusual. What was it set to? Oh, weird. And now I can't move it. What? Huh? Alright. It's just cursed, I understand. Use your OS resolution? That's what's strange to me, is that is not my OS's resolution. I assure you I am not running at that resolution. That might be true. but it's definitely not the first one. So whatever it's doing, I don't have a good answer for it. Store similar. Store similar. I have a bunch of plant oil in my inventory. I don't remember why. Other than I have it. Okay, so we need water. Cool. And for research, we've got airship parts. You can make a cockpit part. As far as dirty water. Oh, right. We also want to, we also want to go and expand this to put water collectors out here. So, for that, I need this thing, I believe. We can go here and make a catwalk. We can also expand the balloon if we get machine parts. Now for our water collectors, the rain collector I need copper and synth compound. That should be no big deal. So synth compound, I can believe I can craft that in my backpack. And we'll make 2 of these. And the goal with what we're trying to do here is just make it so that getting stuff like water is not as much effort.
Printing completed.
Okay, so with these, those should collect water for me. So I'm a little concerned that we got the big B symbol thing. And it's ahead of me in the direction of the thing I want to go to. I've also got another question mark spot over this way. Yeah, no, I absolutely killed the head bob motion, but thank you for double checking to make sure I got that. Yeah, so that one I haven't been to. You got the exclamation mark to this thing over here. And these platforms, when you go to them where there's a question mark, that's like the category of platform. I believe once you visit a platform of that category, going forward, when you go back to that category of platform, there's like no real question about it. You just go there and you just know it's available. I think I am going to check it first, then circle back to the exclamation mark, just in case there's something we want. Okay, so we got plenty of fuel there. And then pretty soon after this, what we'll want to do as well is get other stuff set up with all that. Do we have... We don't have the dirty water ready. And also, we're definitely going to need the ability to collect different things off the ship. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, is that beacon. Now we can circle back to the actual next objective thing. It's interesting that it's like just go through here and continue your flight. The exclamation marks definitely are objective though. Now I do remember in the game there's all sorts of stuff like thunderstorms.
A storm is coming.
Speak of it, and it shall occur. That generally speaking, if you are at high elevation, and away from other buildings, that you'll get hit by the thunderstorm, it'll damage your stuff. So we want to get over here and land before our balloon gets too many hits. It's fine.
Uncharted area. Preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
But first, our character's getting really tired, so we should sleep. Hope that's your storm? Yeah, no, it's a storm in-game. Yeah, no, but weirdly the game isn't setting it to my actual resolution. It's like some other resolution. Okay. So we're pretty okay with a lot of this. Requires a bottle. Do I not have any bottles on me? I could have sworn I had like a large bottle here or something. It's fine. Okay. So somewhere on here are things to scan. It says there's one more thing to scan. Okay.
The system has dealt with viral infection.
What? Okay. Well, we found something new to scan. It immediately attacked us. Oh, also playing? Gotcha. Actually, that didn't count as the discovery we're missing. There's not much up here. And as you can imagine, gravity in this game is not your friend. Okay, so we got another place down here to check out. 'Cause once we find something to scan, it should like shimmer blue or something and stand out pretty well. Okay. It's not the glass. There we go. Wrecked soft cushion. Alright, it's not really what I was expecting, but that is the missing thing we had here. Alright, we got a spot I can go up top here. You also never know when you're gonna find goodies or lore or whatever. Okay. Oh, and these we'll need as well. It's fine. Okay, so nothing over here. Alright, well, we did get ourselves one thing. Wasn't watching. What attacked you? Oh, there was like a little bug centipede thing. I guess as well as ones that gives you like one little whack before you realize it's there, and it's like, oh, okay, you. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright. So we got that mostly figured out. Meanwhile, give me all that metal. Store similar. Store similar. Got like tiny bit of synthetic fuel. And so for this, put the water in. Put you in. Boil that. Keep that real quick. Dirty water in there. Okay. So now the plan is to turn around and go to that tower. I believe that's our objective. We do have the big wasp thing over there somewhere. Now, I've only seen it at a distance through the wall. I'm assuming they get up, you know, if they get too close to you, they wreck your face. That's my guess. I'm assuming they're like this game's equivalent to like the Leviathan in Subnautica. So you can probably land on the far side of the building. Okay.
Unknown location reached.
Lure has been worn out. I'm assuming that means the magnet?
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Hydration level is decreasing.
Okay.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Wait, unique research part? Alright, so we got that. So store all. Store similar, not all. We're storing similar on both of those. The rest of these we could make progress. Oh, there we go. The soft cushion research. That's fine. Alright, Luxray, you have a good one. So we got the honey. Alright. I almost feel like I need more cabinets going on here. Alright, so let's begin exploring this. We have 2 more things to scan here. And then I believe this is going to be the elevator place that we can go down below. And I'm not bothering to read all the lore. There's much word. Probably fun for people to do on their own time, but so much word. I made the comment that what I'd probably do is if we end up playing this long enough, I'd get towards the like the late game, and once we have like a lot of the lore accumulated, we would run through the story when we can get like the story as a big thing. Okay. I'm trying to remember if in the early access version, like way back, if you had your disintegrating gun and it required some type of recharging. I feel like that was the thing, is that you had lasers like this on your ship. Wrecked deck extractor. Cool. Yeah, because I believe that's what you do later, is you just sit there and you could just have your ship and just pull stuff in that way. Because, like, well, this thing on hand, you could extract stuff on the go. The negative being is constantly pumping all this stuff. Alright. Just exploring, seeing what we can find here. Yeah, and I'm not deliberately following that blue cable. But the blue cable will lead you to, like, power sources and things that they power and all that. But yeah, when I last played, going to this underground area was kind of like the big thing that they had in the game. Oh, gotcha. Supposed to go up top there. Drop down to the laptop and open up. I remember that. We can circle back around. Then we drop through the hole over here. And you follow up by just following that blue cable. Oh, I can craft the key card in my soup printer. It's like, I don't have Noah's card. So I need electronic elements. I probably can just make that on my suit as well. Electronic elements. I need 6 and I have 1 too few silicon. Yeah, let's see if we can get up to that. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have like no jumping ability in this game. That's fine. We can walk up this way, drop on top. See, in the early access a year ago, you started with the deck extractor, and you got a wrist extractor here, so they reversed it. And to balance it, to ensure it did not become a progression lock, they made it so the wrist extractor had the pump action. Upgrade modules. Got some epoxy. Alright, so let's drop this off. Oh, there's way more stuff over there, too. Alright, so let's run up there. I see 2 more of the repair boxes. Because those can have some really good stuff in them. Yeah, because if I can remember, it was an important thing to get the extractor for when you went down below. Like, at first, you just kind of had to struggle with it. But then down the road, you would get the pump extractor, and it lets you just deal with the stuff down below much easier. Okay, so... It's fine. Run the whole way around and do it again. You had a feeling some stuff changed because you didn't remember the pump action? I didn't remember the pump action either. I remember the remote extractor thing. There was some annoyances with it, but it was one of those things that, like, it enabled you to do stuff you couldn't do otherwise. Okay, so that gives us the key card for Noah's thing. Or what I need to make it. Because I figure what we do is get all this set up where we can go down the elevator. Then we do a drop-off of our stuff. And then we go down there. So let's go here, suit printer. Noah's key card.
Radio message received.
Let's see. Follow the signs under the dust to find the entrance to the lab. Yep, so that's open. So let's go back to our airship. Drop off some stuff. Make sure we have a little bit of supplies to go there. Yeah, it was battery powered, right. And I think, was it the solid state batteries we needed? So it's this whole big pain of making the solid state batteries again and again. I feel like that. It was something like that. Because I remember it was like, this is useful, but also I'm very annoyed by it. There was something about it I remember being a pain. I just don't remember what. So the med kits, we can keep those on us. It's a little annoying to have this much stuff that we don't have room for. Let's pick you up. And put you over there. We can go here. Hanging cabinet.
Printing completed.
Alright, so we might need the solid state batteries down there. We've got water, we've got some food. I've got some med kits. I will bring you so that we can eat you first. I probably do not need Let's actually keep the repair patch on us. It might not be needed, but that's fine. Alright. So now we get to go underneath the dust. Which I believe there's a whole thing where you gotta like run in and out of the area. Yeah, I also remember dumping supplies in those boxes. Because for those who miss the canon of this universe, there's a disease that's basically wiped out the planet. The last of humanity is on a space station above the planet, and the infection did reach the space station through some kind of contamination. So you are desperately trying to go down below. And make things work. Oh, I should have scanned that. It's fine. But as you can see, I've got an oxygen gauge that's slowly depleting.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
Okay. All right. Did you play the Dune Awakening beta? No. I didn't end up getting into it.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
I'm honestly curious of what I'll actually think of it, because the fact that it's effectively an MMORPG, that it's also a crafter survival game, the ones of those I've seen for the most part, I guess my big negative I would give about a lot of those is just the whole landscape ends up being all crapped up with bases. I've heard that's a problem with that game as well. I don't know. I haven't had the desire for like survival crafter but lots of people. Maybe that's just a me thing though. What am I seeing that is flagging here?
Warning, oxygen level is low.
You're considering how many people hopefully they have private servers? Yeah, my understanding is they don't have private servers at all of this kind
Warning,
at
entering
this
into
time.
toxic zone.
And that the intention is that they're not going to have it. Because the hope is that they'll get a whole bunch of people all onto it. Oh, I have to scan it. That was the issue with Conad sometimes as well, even on private servers. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. For it to not end up like that, your world has to be absurdly large. Like, really, really absurdly large. But then you have the whole thing, if you spawn people out just all over the place and it's absurdly large, it's very hard for anyone to find anyone else. And that kind of sucks. But at the other side, if you don't make it absurdly large, or if you spawn people nearby each other, then it's just where you spawn ends up being completely overrun and you have to go way out in the boonies. And there's lots of ways that they figure out things around that. I'm not saying it's insurmountable or anything. I guess just for me, for like that style of game, I honestly usually prefer playing on my own, but if I were going to play with others, it'd very much be those things I'm going to be playing with like 2, 3, 4 other people. I'm not going to want it to be a huge group of like literally hundreds of thousands of people. 'Cause then I gotta deal with like all the people are just gonna be trolls and whatever and just annoying. You're gonna run to some of the Fallout thing where when Fallout 76 first came out, you had people who were doing the whole thing where they were deliberately blocking important land points by using their bases to try to give themselves exclusive access to stuff, and it was a whole pain. Everyone's are stuff so hard to get people to say part of a random group and all that. Yeah.
Warning, entering into toxic zone. Immune system has dealt with viral infection.
Alright. I'm gonna keep running back and forth because I have limited oxygen. So weirdly, it's almost like the same thing in like Subnautica of like diving deep. It's just
Entering into toxic zone.
we're going in an area that we can't breathe the air. Erect upgrade fabricator. Okay, that's fun. How's the inventory doing? Relatively good. Take a sip of our water.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
As you can probably see, this place is a little bit of a maze. So we're not going to be able to get super far at first. What's going to end up happening is I need to grab a bunch of those crystal things. And it's because we just got one of the batteries here a moment ago. Those crystal things I use to make special batteries. And those batteries are used to give me a place to recharge my oxygen down here.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
And I do want to say it is one of those things that, over time we will get a bunch of goodies out of this place. Alright. Yeah, so plan is to basically grab a full inventory. I know I've got the boxes you can store stuff here in, but to explore this area as best we can, just get a bunch of stuff. And then once you've got that,
Immune system has dealt with viral infection.
once we've dealt with that, we can circle back and
Oxygen level is low.
let's circle back the way I know where we're at. Okay, inventory is properly full. Let's hurry back. Okay. But yeah, so we got the upgrade station unlocked and all that. We'll see what we need for it. We need the batteries. Hey, Fluptate, thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate that. Hope you had yourself a good stream. And that's the second time we've had the super secret raid sound play. Which it's funny because we didn't have it play once for like ever since I added it almost a year ago or something like that. Whenever we added the crab animation, I had around the same time. Alright. But I hope you had yourself a good stream and all that. Welcome in, Raiders. What were you streaming? How did it go? All that good stuff. Alright, so let's look here. So we've got the upgrade fabricator. That requires an upgrade module. Straightforward. No reason not to do it. But playing some Farming Simulator 25. Excellent. I'm definitely a big fan of Farming Simulator 25. We actually almost played that tonight. Been a huge Farming Simulator 25 binge? Yeah, that's fair. Been doing anything fun or exciting in it, like specifically, or anything else? And if you got a raid and run, don't let me keep you. But obviously, you're welcome to stay and all that good stuff. But yeah, so what have you got going on in Farming Sim, if you don't mind me asking? Alright, so we got all of this. Oh, right, we got the garden plots that I'd never built. We got the distillery I need to do still. I need to work on airship things. You're brand new, so you're far from... So far, you're accruing immense debt? Yep. I understand that's legitimately how farming works. I am under the impression step 1 to becoming a farmer is becoming horrifically indebted. Okay, and all those we don't have anything to do with. Alright, so I'm going to need to expand the airship, which will be interesting. The plan is wood chips at the minute. Gotcha. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's go grab this thing. Yeah, no, I definitely play a lot of Farm Sim on the channel as well. I see no reason to not expand the balloon while we're here. And in the meantime, we can grab... another room. We're definitely going to need to widen the ship back there. Okay. So let's look at what we got we can build. We have... I was really... Oh, right. We also want to build that docking plank at some point. I thought we scanned the extractor thing. So we can make the crystal things using a solid-state battery. We still need to do that, so if we get one more polymer, I can make a backpack upgrade. Let's see. So we need polymer, and I believe we get that through this. So the distillery requires machine parts. What I am surprised is we scanned the deck extractor, yet I do not have the choice of the deck extractor. Do we get more water in there? No. Go ahead and eat that. Alright, in the meantime, we can go here and let's get the 5 machine parts for distillery. Okay, soup printer. Oh, let's check to see if there's nothing else you care. Oh, right, the filtering bottle. That's another one we wanted. And then the large bottle is another thing we were considering. Because the filtering bottle, I could just grab polluted water. Is this Satisfactory meets Subnautica? It's sort of Air Subnautica. Like, or Skyraft, something in that ballpark. I definitely would say it's less satisfactory, though. Okay, so you make the distiller. But it's definitely got that similarity with Subnautica. Wait, what do you got here? Oh, that's the research thing. Squeeze that right up against the wall there. We can grab the distillery. Okay, so you can turn canola into plant oil, and we can grow organic fertilizer. Okay. And you require dirty water. Okay, so I guess we go back down below. So in the meantime, we can put that drink can be there. The polymer we can drop here. The energy crystals are fine. Actually, do we want the energy crystals to make the crystal batteries? We'll hold on to those. I think the rest is fine. Maybe drop off one of those med kits. Oh, we could take a little sippy sip of water. Okay. And then let's go back down below. And keep working our way through the dust. So we do have one of the crystal batteries. So the crystal batteries, we use those down here to give myself stations I can recharge. I believe it's oxygen and all that. So we're gonna have to do this like panicked run back and forth from the elevator because we can't breathe the air down here. I have those little recharge stations that I can work at. We need to figure out... Wait, I probably know how to make polymer, don't I? It's probably just in here in my space suit. It's literally plant oil and synthetics. Okay, well, next time we go up, we'll do that. So here's an example. It's probably a waste of one, but if you insert the battery, I can breathe oxygen out of it. Let's go here, suit, crystal battery. Alright. This looks interesting. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It doesn't hit quite as hard as, like Subnautica and Raft did. It's in that same relative vein. So if you like those, you'll probably like this. That said, like, for whatever reason, the story just doesn't hit as hard, that kind of thing. Okay, before we jump down into a hole I'm not sure I'll be able to get out of.
Oxygen level is critical.
It's fine. We're right here.
Oxygen level is low.
Okay.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
You've heard of this game? First time seeing it? Yeah. It's pretty good. Give me more of the goodies. Narcrystal battery. Okay, so we've got air there. Oh, let's make another one of those before I don't have what I need later. Okay, we've got that thing there. We could scan the laptop.
Encrypted data ready for research.
Okay, we got a bunch of research. Got medical reagents. We got a virus sample analyzer. Okay. So we got the scientific data from here. And now it just says to continue to explore the Underdust. Work our way back. All right. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way. I'm turned around. Oh yeah, no, we're good. I know where we are. Okay, inventory's still fine, so let's keep exploring. Already been there a bunch. Top off air and go the other way. But yeah, so as you can see, as I activate these things, I'm a lot easier for me to move around down here. Oh wait, there's way more of that over there. 'Cause we want those energy crystals. That's a resource I can only get down here, to my knowledge. Okay, so let's go get our air. And I'm always leery about places like this when they're like, drop down. You can drop down here. You can't go back the way you came, but it'll probably be fine. It's like, nah, man.
Toxic zone.
If you go someplace where you can't bring your air with you, there should be a long think about going that way if you can't backtrack out of it easily. A plant whose defense mechanism is sensing a temperature close that the human body will not react to lower temperatures. Okay, do I still have another crystal battery? Yep. Yeah, so I need something to get past it. vaguely remember that being a thing. There's a couple of those that... That's interesting. Yeah, so we get the crossbow. I can shoot that to lower thing down to where I can reach it. Alright, so we got another one of those. Let's go ahead and get ourselves... Okay, so I don't have more solid-state batteries to deal with that. And for a solid-state battery, I need more electronic components, so we're probably looking at going back up top to get any more of the crystal things. Yeah, so we got another one of those ones I need cold to deal with. Oh. Interesting. So I was kind of hoping I'd be able to peek through those doors and get whatever's blocking them, but I guess not. That's none of those ones I need to be able to get through the cold. Yeah. That's fine. We'll figure out what we need to do that soon. So we got a place we can climb over here, and then a door we carved through. I'm assuming the circle's back to where we've already been. Yeah, it does. Cool. So now I can shortcut back over here this way. It's gonna tell you the storage is killing them? Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if you mean like literally killing them, but they didn't have where you could craft from the shared storage kind of area. Like it wasn't a shared thing, it was just storage. And yeah, that was real rough. Well, it's not even loot. I mean, there's the loot goblin issues, that's certainly a thing. My comment was more along the lines of running into the problem of you want to craft, so you have to sit there and run around and just figure out where everything is, just be able to interact with it. Oh, there's one right here. So we got a thing that'll let me have more air stored up at a time. Why would you want to give me a clear path up here? My assumption is it's so we could get an angle to, like make a wall or something fall down. Not seeing it though. I was able to see an energy crystal through that. Okay. Oh, we have you up here. I can't seem to get off. There we go. Let's see. Meteor vine, okay. Yeah, it's way too far above me. All right.
Fatigue. Rest is recommended.
Okay, so we're gonna want to work our way back up here because we need to sleep. We also got a pretty full inventory, and we did scan some other goodies. But as you can see, there's like a whole wandering around down there. The big thing I'm gonna run into is just the fact that I haven't set up stuff for food production and all that.
Detected. Spot has been marked on radar. Colossal life form detected. Spot has been marked on radar.
We'll figure it out. If I remember last time I played this in the way early access, basically what I end up having to do here is kind of just did a bunch of stuff here, and then eventually I had to go through and leave because I just ran out of food and all that to keep going down there. Alright, so store similar. Store similar. Store similar. Let's go to our research bench. So we'll start with the important stuff. So a larger oxygen tank and a virus sample analyzer. Meanwhile, let's look at our suit production for polymer. Yeah, that's us hoping is empty bottles. It's gonna work with that. Alright, so we've got you. Medium oxygen tank. And then the last, that's the airship. Yes, we got staircases and all that. None of that's what I'm looking for right now. Alright. So let's see here. So we've got the partially restores oxygen level in the tank. Interesting. Get energy crystals, medical region, organic matter that is highly diverse mixture of antibodies. And we got our food and our water. And we can go here and make more of the polymer. Make it a solid state battery. Make 2 actually. And make a crystal battery right away, so I've got 1 of each. So I've got all that. All the empty bottles, I mean. So let's look at what we got over here, because we unlocked some stuff. So we can get the deck extractor, the upgrade fabricator, Crash devices and improved devices need upgrade modules to operate. So I'm assuming that's a straight up upgrade for you. So let's pick you up and go to our suit. Wait. Did I not just check it as the source of the thing? So I didn't think that through. 6. So we can go here. Because it was literally like, hey, you make this in here. All right. Yeah, so you make the upgrade fabricator here. But I need to make a fabricator. Device fabricator, so I need machine parts. So we should be able to make some machine parts in our inventory. And with that, we can make a device fabricator. And then with this, we can go over here and make an upgrade fabricator.
Printing completed.
And a deck extractor.
Printing completed.
We will need to go here. So you need synthetics to make another room. Alright, so let's go ahead and for right now swap you in there. Grab you out here. Alright, I was hoping we'd get some synthetics coming past. But that's fine, we'll sort that out. Meanwhile, I do want to try and get this off all position, because that's the problem I'm running into is space. So let's pick up you, because you got nothing in there. And for right now, I'm going to shove you right here. And we'll grab you. And you are not even remotely going to fit there. Alright, regardless, we need to sleep. So pretty soon I need to invest some real time in just collecting materials for a bit and expanding the ship out so I can grow stuff on the ship, all that kind of junk. Balloon core. So that functionally has a purpose. So we need basic research for that. Okay, with that, I should be able to make more polymer yet again. Or not, that's fine. So drop the polymer off here. We need to go here and check on our equipment. So we can get a helm. I already have one. Furniture fabricator, don't care about. We've already got that. We've already got the research center. Yeah, so we do have all this stuff built, so that's good news. The virus scanner, the sample analyzer. Do I already have that built? I do not. So once again, we'll go here, suit, machine parts, virus sample analyzer.
Printing completed.
So we would need a virus sample, which I don't really know how we get that, but okay. Alright, so optional, check the study sample analyzer menu for hypothermia boost sample. What? Database. Check the... I'm assuming just buried in here somewhere. Man, I don't want to dig through all that. Studies virus sample analyzer menu. Here we go. Studies virus sample analyzer menu. I see. Okay. I understand now. So, right. So this one, we grab certain things. So yeah, if I get a chitin, we can get ourselves a bunch of different things. Yeah, so there's basically different wildlife. I believe I have thorn bee honey. So I can go here, do that. Let's see. Centrifuge. Remove particles by size. So meningitis is large. Medium. Small. Okay, remove particles by charge, so it is uncharged. So remove the positive. And it's alkaline, so we want to remove the acidic. I don't really understand. All right, so let's try this again. So small. Positive. Because my assumption is we want to find it. So neutral, maybe. So confusing. Yeah, so we've extracted that. So extracts in progress. Yeah, so the alkaline is both of those. So if we remove the alkaline, it removes everything. And we're trying to extract the virus, not destroy the virus. Which is why I'm confused. This is the only one we didn't choose, so I'll try it. I don't understand. But I'm using all my samples. Yeah, because I went right to... Right, that's the whole thing we're dealing with. Oh, I see. So we use the small to remove that. And then I need to go out of my way to remove this one. So we choose the negative on that one. That removes the blood cells. So... I mean, I'm assuming we did. I don't see anything in here. Alright, we could drop you off in here. Drop you off in here. That's all fine. If I try and put that in there, can I just analyze that? No. Alright. So I really need more polymers. Okay, so we've got that. We can make a large garden to get stuff in a small garden. We also get a bunch of these things. We get the docking platform. I'm less worried about that. None of that I care about right now. That's all fine. So we probably want to do next is I don't have a large garden. Let's get one of those going so I can shove that here somewhere.
Printing completed.
Oh, I plant the seeds here. Okay, I was like, I do what now? Okay, so let's go here. We can find our seeds. So we've got the canola, we got plenty of. Lobster pepper. Got a bunch of rotten food. Okay, so mention studies, discoveries. Yeah, so these tell us where we find a whole lot of stuff, which is pretty good to have. It's like, hey, you've already learned literally everything about certain things. Yeah, so plant resin and a whole bunch. So these are all stuff we can find. So yeah, there's that. And we have garden variants and all that. Yeah, so we've got a couple more things we could find in the garden variants and all that. But the virus thing, so we have any of that. Purified vertigo virus. I thought we did that. Try doing that more, because I do feel like this locks a lot of good stuff behind it. Okay. So I've got the meningitis. So we can go ahead and eliminate all the small stuff. Get rid of all small stuff again.
Calories level is decreasing.
Get rid of the negative. Okay, so get rid of the small stuff. Get rid of the positive. And get rid of the acid. There we go. So it had several layers I had to do. Oh goody. I took meningitis. Yes, it means I've completed my research and we got all that. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep meningitis, just, you know, just store some meningitis in our cabinet. It's probably fine. Got a bunch of stuff here. So none of those plants are fresh enough for me to do anything with them, which is fine. So it looks like what I'm gonna probably want to do is we'll grab those, grab that, let's grab a bunch of these seeds and we're gonna start chucking them in here. Let's see.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Fertilizer? Oh, okay. All right, I see. I was misunderstanding how that looked, or worked, or whatever. So that's fine. So we can drop all this. So when we get that, that'll be good. We can take a sip of our water. Enjoy a bite of our rations. Have another. We can put away the honey for now. Okay. Oh, there's a grow time. So, 8 minutes. The thing is, I have a need for polymer. Oh, there we go. Yeah, those are all too far away from me, though. It looks like, realistically, I'm probably going to have to move to expand our platform. I would like to go down there. Oh, we can actually reach it. Cool. Or, sorry, synthetics. Synthetics are what we're after. Because we get the synthetics, I got a couple of things we can make. Because I believe we need to expand our airship a little bit more, just so I have room. Because I got the upgrade station built, I got nowhere to put it though. Okay, so we can add a room. We're definitely going to want to rearrange this so it's not one long snaking tube. Okay, so the fabricator, we got the automatic insect catcher, the extra capacity module. Let's see, include module recommended for extraction in areas of high extraction volume, in areas with amount of, so that's fine. Extraction module reload, medium oxygen tank, which is the green colanders, upgraded turbines, upgraded tool charger, upgraded engines. Okay, well this one we could just slap in here instantly. So let's go ahead and get the automatic insect catcher. That's just strolling on out here. Grab you. Pick you up. All right. Let's see, the recharge pumping matching the beat of the music exactly was really satisfying. Yeah, it is fun. That's, Satisfactory has that whole thing with the, when you go to, like, start mining, it just has a rhythm to it that you can just kind of get with the rhythm of, like, just going tink, tink, tink. Alright, so you're doing the upgrade thing. I definitely need to... Walls.
Printing completed.
I needed to add those window walls so I don't accidentally walk right out the side of the ship. Okay, there's your lure. Have a good time. Alright, so other upgrades. So we can upgrade, if we make a motherboard, we can do stuff like upgrade our turbines and all that. The medium oxygen tank is the one I want the most. But I need green colanders for that. And so where we're growing our stuff here, we'll need that. Upgraded tool charger is a big one. The thing is, it takes the crystal ones, and I'm a little worried that once we get that, it's going to be a pain to find those. Like, I have to go down and get the crystals. We got the extractor upgrade module. Recommended for areas with rich, complex objects. So this has less charge, lower duration, more charge, higher duration. This is the one we want the most. The upgraded engine. Yeah, so that just makes it reduce. It's just basically an engine, but better in every way. I have the materials for that, so let's go ahead and pull the engine and just do a direct upgrade, because why wouldn't we?
Maximum flight speed reduced.
Because lighter is an important one. Yeah, so that's growing. Let's go and grab the seeds that we would want for... Oh, am I actually growing the green colander as my very first one? That would be great. Because that ends up actually being what I'm doing. That'd be perfect. I thought I was doing the lobster pepper. Maybe I am? Oh, no, I have it in my inventory already. That's okay. Okay. I'm a little happy that this machine does not appear to be using batteries. It probably should for all, you know, like, to match everything else.
Maximum flight speed increased.
But still.
Maximum flight altitude reduced.
Meanwhile, I can grab you. Pop in here. So you need a motherboard. Probably make that here. So you need 2 circuit boards. I have 1. All right. Yeah, so we can upgrade the extractor. So right now, let's worry about this. The extractor is more of a convenience thing. These other ones are a necessity thing. Alright, so grab this. This will be another thing for us to analyze. And then once we've got that, we can go ahead and get the green colanders going. That'll give me the larger air tank. Oh, the hypothermia booster is not about using something against those things, about making myself durable against cold or something like that. So you take that. Oh, you stay planted. I actually was expecting to have to replant that. All right. What do I need to make another one of those?
Printing completed.
Okay, so we have what I need, but the question I have is, do you count as a large seed or a small seed? I feel like you're a large seed.
Printing completed.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
Okay, so we can grab you. Okay, so we can put the plant in. Okay, so we want to keep all that going. Because I need the fresh water for these. Meanwhile, we're waiting on all that. We do have the lobster pepper. Okay. Gastrotinitis or whatever, so it is large. So we just eliminate the medium. Okay, we got medium and small. Let's grab the small out of there. It has a negative charge. Okay. So eliminate the small. Remove the uncharged. And remove the acidic. Yep, just collecting disease. Heck yeah. So the question is, it mentions crafting the treatment. Oh, we can make the larger bottle. Make one of those. The filter bottle will be another one we want. We'll worry about that in a hot minute. Yeah, so we've got our big bottle now. We want the stuff from that. And you've got stuff going on here. Alright. So the upgraded charger, that require a motherboard. I might wait on those. Those require motherboards. That one's waiting the coriander. We also have used too much of our epoxy. That's okay. That was pretty much inevitable. So let's store similar. Store similar. Store similar. We can put the seed back in here. And the lobster pepper, we can go ahead and cook because I have nothing better to do with it. And we've got this thing for producing water that I probably won't use very much now. We'll plunk it down there. I've got a spare... you in there to recharge. You're still good for a while. You're still fine. We need to put the fuel in here. Well, that's interesting. It's got multiple fuel tanks. I wonder if I'm allowed to mix and match that, or that'll be a problem. I know it'll, like, grab from one, then the other. But just for the sake of me not having to worry about it, just chuck it all in there. I definitely need more catwalk out here. If we don't do that, I'm absolutely walking right off the side of this. To my demise. I don't even remember what we're working on over here. Scan-wise... okay, so we actually have this. So we have hypothermia booster. So I'm assuming because it's a research bench, that's a one and done, maybe? We have the hydration booster. So let's see if it's here. Significantly increases your, or significantly reduces the body temperatures, allows you to bypass heat-sensitive organisms while being unnoticed. And that requires more meningitis. I'm sorry, I haven't produced enough meningitis today. It's just one of those problems you don't anticipate running into, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just need more meningitis. Okay. Okay, so now I don't have to, like, do it again. Interesting ship design? Oh, it needs to be wider. This isn't intentionally this way. It's just how it's ended up. Okay, and we can get the oxygen booster. I'm kind of hoping these are a one and done. I have a feeling since it's so easy to remake these, it'll be a booster for a period of time. Okay, soup printer. Save the hypothermia. There's the oxygen booster. It would have the hydration. Okay, what does it say here? Ah, those really do feel like they're temporary. And we need our crystal battery. Means we need our solid state battery. Okay, so you're all research there. Brain cleanser. Cure meningitis disease. Okay, so we can actually cure our diseases. Yeah, no, you still have the ones you can put on the ground too. Alright, so we got all that. Got the dirty water. Put that in here. Okay, definitely don't need all those individual ones. So we still have the red one I still need to make. So that's the one that required the lobster pepper. I'm gonna go on the hope that these are a one and done kind of thing. I don't think they are, but I want to pretend in my heart of hearts that that's just the way it's gonna work. I don't have to think about it. Even though I fully expect to be highly disappointed. You boil that. You put the honey back over here on the wall. Store similar. Store similar. Because it gave me 3 of them. So we got the empty bottles. I don't think we want to drag a bunch of empty bottles or plant oil around. The large bottle I do want. And it would be good. Let's not worry about that. You're fine for right now. It would be good to see if I can make the filter bottles happen. That's the one thing I'm kind of on the hang up here is this is going, like, if once this grows, it's going to make it much easier to go down below, which is the only reason we're just kind of hovering here awkwardly. Yeah, so we'll try these ones when we get down there. We can do the plant oil processing. That's fine. The upgrade fabricator I need other materials for. Yeah, but I want to make it wider once we get back there. But right now it's just not a possibility. Oh yeah, I've got all these. We definitely want to get those to the upgraded versions as well. But that's going to require us to start farming a lot of materials. Add some water there. Okay, we can put this empty bottle on the wall. You can probably just leave that the way it is. Okay, so it needs one more top off moisture-wise. And we should get our pepper, or colander, whatever those things are. The things I need, I should get off of it. Okay. Honestly, it might be interesting is for our build going back here, start going sideways with this and leaving a catwalk in between as like just like an open area for stuff going on. It's also a weird thing. I wish you could kind of shift the whole thing back because we're definitely unbalanced that there's like tons of balloon on the front and yet the ship just kind of shoves off the back. There's less moisture, so I got 4 more minutes and then that's done. And that's even more stuff I would need. Yeah, and if we could use that for water, but it's less efficient. Bothers me too much otherwise. Okay, and you need more materials for that. Store similar, so we're basically just about out of regular metal. We got tons of these things. We got more helium. We got a bit of epoxy. We need more glass. So we're pretty low on all of the construction materials there are. We can sort out some of these cabinets that are just a mix of materials right now. Put you in there. Grab you two out, put you over there. That's all the biological garbage. You can be kind of my equipment stuff. Two minutes, almost there. I'm also hoping these don't like rot on there, so I could just literally leave them there and just grab them as I need them. Okay, we can make more hanging cabinets if I need to. We can make more engines if I need to. Garden stuff. We can make another metal collector thing if I need to. I don't really need those. The rain collectors do feel like something I should just have a lot of. Because I just have a lot of the rain collectors. I can just leave them over here, and when I need it, I can just grab a bunch. That's probably overkill for what I want.
Printing completed.
But that's okay. Yeah, so that way when it rains, I get a good, like, larger bottle's worth. Okay, 1 minute left. These were the wide. Sometimes the ladder you need is right behind you. Yep. I have done lots of circles trying to find things that were right there. Just sleeping to top off our energy before we go back in. That also will fast forward the plant growth, I assume. Just wake up, man. Oh, interesting. I don't think it actually advanced the grow time, but it did seem to advance the loss of moisture, which is interesting. Yet, it does seem like when they're not growing, the moisture does not go back. Come on. Just about done. So we got one more top off of water. Why do you keep flashing a knife. It's fine. Okay, so with this, we get a couple things we want to make. Because one is I can make the bigger oxygen tank, which is why we've been waiting. That requires, I'm short on 1 epoxy. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm definitely not annoyed by that. I definitely was not expecting that to just be an easy solution to a problem. In the meantime, we can go here, because somewhere in here, the filtered water bottle will make that, because with that, I no longer have to do the whole juggle with my water. I can just get the gross water and it works. Because yeah, so now it's in the filtering water bottle, and it'll gradually become clean water. Okay, that's fine. That sucks. In the meantime, didn't I need this for something? No, I did not. So the downside is that's gonna rot. I wanted it for this, that I need 2 of it for, but I'm short in epoxy. Can I craft an epoxy? I didn't even bother looking for that. Epoxy requires plant resin. Can I craft plant resin? It's looking like a no. Oh, I don't want that in there. Let's see here. That's fine. Well, that sucks, because that's going to go bad in 1 in-game day. That's not the end of the world. It's just annoyed that I finally got those. Well, actually, the upgrade's up here, right? Alright, let's go down and see if we can't manage to snag ourselves 1 epoxy. If I can snag an epoxy down there, we're going to run right back up here, get ourselves the bigger air tank. And that would be a good fix there, because we got 22 in-game hours to get that sorted. And I'm really expecting these boosters to be temporary. So let's try the hydration booster. So I have the mark for the hydration booster down there.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Alright, I guess... Yeah, they're all timed. Well, in that case, we're already committed.
The oldest booster is expiring.
Oh, so we can only have 2 boosters at a time. Suit. So for crystal 1, I need more crystals. Am I getting an icon about scanning? Okay. Yeah, it's the one we just went through. Meanwhile, we can go here real fast. We've got you. So pretty soon, I gotta find my way out of here. That's where we came in, and somewhere nearby here was a recharge point. Suit, craft, do we have the stuff for repair thing? I do not. It's fine. Oh, there was literally one of those right there. Okay, so the big thing I need to keep an eye on, though, is we don't have much of the, we don't have a recharge of the...
I have been waiting for you. My children, they do not lack intruders. Continue on Noah's path. He has a gift for you. The key to the future of your species is to be found in the mistakes of your ancestors.
Let's save real fast before we go in there. Immunity decrease alert. A change in health status caused by virus activity has been detected. Threat to disease increases. Caution. Advised when eating raw food and interacting with infected life forms. So basically, I interacted with that, and it caused me problems. Cool. Love to see it. Okay, I'll deal with reading all that later. Noah's dead body. Friendly insect. Alright, so it doesn't look like we get to go farther this way. Got a ladder here. I was really hoping that after like discovering it kind of thing, I'd be able to do more with it. Inventory full. Those are more important. We can use a little water, a little snack. We got too much in here. Need a bigger backpack? Yeah, I've got the research for it. We couldn't do it before because of material costs and all that.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
There are so many empty bottles. Okay, so we don't have anything else over here. We've already been here. That's a dead end. That one gave us the research thing, and that's how we got in here. So let's go back up top. Now I know there is one more. Oh, that's not what we're looking for. It was this way. Something keeps flashing, and I'm not catching why. It's probably seen that. This is how we got in here. There's another area over here real fast. Let's try and do that while I still have this thing up. So it gave me a place to climb up here. But I guess it's as high as I can go here. Alright, so I think we're starting to tap out what's in this area. We've got a couple more things to scan. We've reached that point where it's like, nah, just get out of here. So I'm assuming we're getting on the tail end of a lot of that stuff. Got up there. It's so annoying when it just blinks for just a second. Alright. And that's where we just were at. It almost feels like I should be able to jump over there, but probably let, not kill ourselves by chucking ourselves off. Yeah, and I'm feeling pretty good about what we got here. There's certainly still more down here. But it's appearing like I got all the important stuff. Not seeing anything super obvious. Haven't gotten too many of those. All right. Okay. Okay, let's get out of here. So I'm curious, we got our pet friendly bug, I guess? Its big eyes look at you, an expression of fear and silent admiration. You are its savior and friend. You are also the creature of an entirely different species. Make it feel safe, and it will do anything for you.
Spot has been marked on radar. Colossal life form detected. The spot has been marked on radar.
It's fine. So, like... Put that in there. Do you do anything? You do not. Wait, did that do something? Alright, basic research and all that. So we got storage box, brain cleanser, plant resin, dust daisies. A sticky, very durable plant substance. It can slow you down when stepped in, but when properly processed, it can turn into a bonding material. So we do have the plant resin. We don't have the means of making it. Repair thrower foam. Crossbow and bolts. We'll research that. You're missing epoxy, and I don't remember what we needed for that. There we go. Medium oxygen tank. Repair thrower foam. Hope it doesn't get caught in the automatic bug catcher. It's fine, we'll cook it eventually. I mean, what? Balloon core. Yeah, we need way more research stuff for all that.
Printing completed.
Okay. Alright, cool. So that just gave us a longer oxygen tank. Yeah, so that requires motherboards and all that. So those are the big ones. So fly the airship off this location.
Mission updated. Enter the labs in infected gardens. Acquire research data.
You mistakes in your kind. But protect yourself first.
Find research reports in the greenhouse. Though I do see the infected gardens over there. There's a big, scary, giant wasp thing between me and them. So I want to try and steer, honestly, about as wide around that as I can. Wish we'd go much wider than that, but this is kind of blocking us in.
Unknown landing pod entered the atmosphere.
Okay. I am leaning towards driving away right now, just because the real big bug thing, well, it's not coming towards me. It's not far behind. Oh, I need repair putty. All right, we can go suit. What do we need for the repair putty? Oh, it's under this. Synthetics. Always synthetics. Okay, and we can go here real fast and go suit. And I also realized we have a very full inventory that I've not been dealing with. All right. Cool, that's all fine. Okay, so we can go over here. All right, we scan the Earth, scan the surface of the Earth to find any surviving human settlements that could help you. We haven't found anything. It seems that those who couldn't afford to fly into space didn't survive. Ahmed is dead. He told us to tell you that you are the best man he ever knew. That's the people on the space station who sent us down here. You know, they're slowly dying of the disease up above. And like we're trying to find the cure for them, so like slowly they're dying off and everything. As the situation gets more and more desperate. It's a way of adding a lot of pressure on the player to be like, come on, man. You need to pick it up. It's really important. Come on. We're all dying. Urgency. Alright. I want to get the upgraded turbines. Okay, so let's try and get to some spots. So I've got a tower way down, or a place we haven't been to way down here. Let's explore that really fast. Because I made the comment that we really should be ready to a fight. So I'd like to get that sorted out. You can add lift to the airship. Yeah, basically the way the balance works is you have the thrusters make you go forward faster. I believe there's areas with wind and all that matters at those.
Location reached.
And then you have the turbines, which let you go higher, which is required to reach a lot of places because they'll put them higher up in the air than you can reach at the beginning of the game. And then the actual balloon size you have of your airship is effectively how much you can carry, like how big your airship can be.
Analysis started.
Wild habitat.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Okay, so we got 14 items to scan here. Holy crap. Fungal markings, created by mantises as part of the mating behavior to mark their territory. They use their own feces to clog these fungal structures. Old alternator generates electricity using striking force. So I'm getting the very strong implication and the fact that we're finding goodies that are much higher level than we saw before. We should have our weapons made before we go in here. So what do I need to make the crossbow? The crossbow, I just need some machine parts. That's easy. Suit. Where are you at? I need metal. Metal should usually be pretty easy. Oh, I need a collector. Where are you at? Did I overlook it? I need metal for that too.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Alright, sorry about that. We should be able to get metal in addition to just the synthetics out here. I was like, I'm getting it. You're not blocking me from getting through. Alright. Come on, where's the metal ones?
Calories level is decreasing.
Okay, let's see. So, immunity is medium. We didn't get crap for metal. If we gotta go someplace else for it, that is what it is. Brain cleanser for meningitis. Get the storage box of the floors. We'll go ahead and make that research. Go and make the brain cleanser research. We can go ahead and chuck this water bottle in here somewhere. So I don't need all of that. Chuck those in there just to get them out of my inventory. And you have some research towards you, but not enough. Alright. So, the thing that I'm trying to figure out here is I need metal. And I'd rather not to take off, but it's really just giving me synthetic. I can't just... Well, actually, let's double check. There might even be some metal sitting on... Where are you at? Sitting on... Nope. Can I just craft metal by the way? Like, from our stuff? No. Well, crap. That's fine. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the strategy of... We're gonna explore this anyways. I have a really bad feeling we're gonna get jumped by the mantises and shredded to ribbons. But, you know, maybe I won't. Assuming I can get into this place, because it looks like that's all blocked up. My knife didn't work on it. This implied... Oh, you know what I'm betting I need to do? I'm betting you need the, I'm betting you need the crossbow to hit those spots as a way for the game to kind of, like, equipment check you. So yeah, so my assumption of what would happen... Yeah, they're too far away. Yeah, my assumption of what would happen is we hit that with a crossbow, this gets power and opens up and lets us through, but otherwise we're blocked from pursuing farther. So I think this is a location I cannot do anything with at the moment. Meanwhile, let's check on our fuel. I have a feeling we're painfully low. We're pretty low. So let's go ahead and we can make some more fuel. Assuming I can remember where I do that.
Printing completed.
Okay.
Colossal life form detected. The spot has been marked on radar.
Yep, so we can maneuver between both those. I believe that's my destination there on the left. No, it's not. past all that. That's my destination, that thing. Alright, so we can go in here, we can search for more stuff. It's the infected greenhouse. And we'll get all this going. It's another interesting thing with this map that weirdly... So we can go, like, dive underneath. I feel like in some ways the game... We're getting towards end stuff, which feels weird. And I could be horribly mistaken on that. But, like, it feels like we've got our virus analyzer and doing all that sort of stuff. We've got the mantises. So I'm assuming we're gonna have to go, like, do the stuff here, then go back to that mantis area.
Location reached.
I could be totally wrong. We might not even be, like, halfway through. Oh, you're... There you go.
Uncharted area. Warning. Highly contaminated zone. Preliminary analysis initiated. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Wait. You will die if you go in there. This place is contaminated. The plants grow and emit a gaseous substance that destroy immune system in seconds. I imagine to get an examine a sample of one of them, but I feel worse and worse. This place is killing me. I don't know if I'll be able to complete my research. I have to go back to my hiding place under the dust to heal my wounds there. Get an immunity booster. Okay. We have some water bottles, I think. Alright, so I totally missed what we got. So studies, virus, so lulling grass cricket, chitin or those. Discoveries, we're not too worried about that all right now. We probably have new stuff on the research thing. Electrolytic pill. That's not... Okay, so it's not there. Try the upgrade thing. Nope. Soup printer booster. Okay, the brain cleanser. Where can I see what I'm even dealing with? Visit the locations Noah mentioned to find a recipe for the ingredients for an immunity booster. Well, I'm gonna science this. Because I really don't feel like going away. How bad could it possibly be? Because only like this place is actively murdering me. It's probably fine. It was just probably a big baby, that's all.
High
It's...
contamination zone. Risk of immediate death. Abandon the area. High contamination zone. Risk of immediate death. Abandon the area.
Okay, I get it. The game is being like really front and center, being like, no, get the hell out. Fine, I'll go back literally to the place I just was. I'm going to need to get some metal though. Let's see if we can't get some metal off this platform over here on the right. And that's my fault for what all I needed to do for that is I just needed to go through and have enough metal so that the automatic thing was still working. I think that's literally all I needed, because then I can go here, figure out where it's at, metal collector head.
Printing completed.
And then put the metal collector head on there, and that just gets me metal on its own. Okay, so let's get back over here. So this is the one that we need to hit the little generator thing with the crossbow, because it mentioned it's powered using kinetic, and it has the icon for both the crossbow and the knife on it. It's just the problem is I don't have the crossbow built, and then the knife I couldn't get through the bars for it. It also did warn me that the goop around there is from Mantis's mating, which is the game's not so subtle way of being like, hey, you're gonna be dealing with some stuff. I was fully expecting that to have stuff there. Okay. I also don't remember crossbows here. So I need... Wait, I didn't need metal, I need machine parts. Oh, right, and I need metal to make machine parts. That is how that works. So we can go here. Do I have enough metal still for machine parts? I think I needed literally one more machine part. Yep. Scooch just a bit over here. Because I just want to get a little bit more metal. I also know I don't have a ton of glass either, so... Normally when I've always been playing this game, I've struggled with the synthetics. Okay. Or we'll just find the machine parts just in themselves. And that's one thing you could do is you can always make your way around because you have all the debris floating around to give you stuff to go. There's lots of machine parts in that R room. And electric parts and advanced repair and fuel and goodies. So you can always make fuel just from the stuff floating around, even if it's crappy fuel. You can always make stuff to make progress in a bunch of different ways. So you never have to worry about getting stuck. It's kind of the same way that Raft is. That ultimately... Huh? Alright. Just hearing stuff break out in the distance. It's also like Raft, where like they always kind of give you the very basic materials that you can get yourself back on track. And while nowhere near obnoxious as like the shark that just keeps ripping up your stuff again and again and again until you get like the shark-proof tiles or whatever. The stuff in this, yeah, this thing that will float up and will attack like one tile on your raft or on your thing one time. It gives you a big old warning being like, life form detected. And it's like really, really easy to manage. Okay, we can go down here. Yeah, we found a bunch of mechanical parts here. Alright, so it sounds like we need to get to the wild habitat and get the special fruit and all that. But we needed the mechanical parts to make the equipment I need to protect myself. Hey, Bentley, how's it going? Oh, we can go ahead and drop that fuel in there. Store all the similar stuff to get out of my inventory. Is one of those my filtered bottle? Are those both filtered bottles? No, they don't look like. I'm confused. Let's grab these. I also need to eat stuff, so I'm just gonna pack away the junk food. Okay, that's fine. Research. So, first check for the important stuff. Then on top of that, you got the thing that's supposed to let me have multiple balloons or whatever. Alright, so we needed the metal to make the crossbow. So now the crossbow. The bolts are pretty cheap. And there's almost a full stack of them. So with that, I need to move some stuff around. Oh, literally I'm not allowed to move that from the first spot, I see. Anything else you want to grab? It's only basic research, the rest of it. So, I don't even remember what we just researched. We have the repair thrower. What did we just research? That was not the one we just researched. We researched that recently. We already got that. Well, whatever it was must not have been important. Was it D20? No, it's a D100.
A flying creature approaches the airship. The creature attached itself to the airship.
Okay. So I dealt with it before I had a chance to do literally anything. Alright, we can go ahead and race back over here once more, because now I've got the crossbow that we can use. So, the big concern is the mantis things look really scary. And they're probably going to maul my face. But we do have a crossbow. So the question is, how rough is the combat going to be? Am I going to be like, you know, one-tapping them? Am I going to have to like picking at them and picking at them and picking at them and picking at them, desperately trying to not get overrun? We'll find out. But regardless, Okay. Not feeling amazing about this. Summer balm fruit. Sun melon. Oh man. Okay, I forgot to empty stuff. Let's quickly drop this off. Forgot to empty my inventory yet again. Store similar. Store similar. I don't think any of these matter for what we want. So you can drop off your seed there. You have sun melon. Right now I don't care about those. Put the empty things there. Put the advanced, all the research stuff there. We can go here. We don't have enough research stuff for that. Okay, so now I've got a much less... Oh, right, our inventory upgrade. Right. Where is our inventory upgrade? We've been meaning to do that forever, and it's a real pain point. I already have it researched. There we go. I also just realized I still don't have the flashlight made. That is beyond overdue. Cool. Alright. That feels way better. I'm still gonna get mauled to death by terrifying insect things, but you know, at least I'll have a full, like, a big inventory while that's happening. We have copper. Let's start near the top of this place and work our way down. The reason I want to go with that strategy is because if I have the area above me clear, at least that's one direction I don't need to be worried about being aggressively murdered from. They are giving me a lot of goodies real fast. I also do see there's a ladder over here, which is worth considering. Okay. The machine parts strewn everywhere 100% makes me think of the one tower in Kenshi. We just have like all the stuff like just breadcrumb the whole way in, and then you walk upstairs, there's nothing but cannibals. I feel like I'm just walking slowly into a trap. Oh, I thought that was a mineable wall. Okay, so let's go get that ladder. And that goes farther. Let's check the ladder first. And it looks like we got to climb that big root down below. Yeah, because a couple lockers up here. And it looks like I might be able to climb down that big route to the other one. Which does add a lot of deeply concerning things. Okay. That was not really what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more than two things, but that's fine.
Warning.
That's-
Entering into toxic zone.
Okay. I was expecting that to be solid ground, so when I fell through, I thought we had just fallen to our death. Because that ground there was not real. Ow. Ow. Okay, this crossbow, not leaving me the most impressed. Oh, I'll just take the whole thing. Okay. Gonna be honest, wasn't expecting to just pocket the whole thing, but you know, I'll take it.
Entering into toxic zone.
Okay. Let's get up here, and if I have the materials, I'd like to make more crossbow bolts. I do not. I have none of the materials. It's fine.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Okay. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff on us. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one because we don't need that much of it. And I'm expecting to need to retreat back up top to drop off soon. I'm really expecting to run to another one of those and have to run away after I fire off all 6 of my crossbow bolts. Oh, goody. Well, time to walk away from that one. Because I am out of that. Oh, weird. Please stop with everything you're doing right now. Okay. It's so weird, the idea that we're gonna find find crossbow bolts just in those. I think we're still working on the first one because these things are taking so many hits to kill. Oh, let's get our air up before we go back down.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they grow on trees. It's just weird. It just sucks that those things have so much durability. You just gotta sit there and just keep picking at them with it. Okay. Yeah, to be fair, a bug with an exoskeleton is probably going to be durable as hell. I mean, bugs all have exoskeletons. Well, I mean, bug's not technically the right word. But, you know, an exoskeleton would mean you'd be able to soak up little pinprick things kind of pretty well. I know there's 2 of them. Ah, we did get the other one. I wasn't sure. Okay. I don't care about the rest of that, I don't think. I already have a garden gnome. I don't have inventory for it, sadly. Yeah, let's back up the way we came. No, I don't think that was the way we came. This is the way we came. Alright. You know, like I said, I already have the gnome for now. Right now, I'm mostly worried about trying to get the things we need to scan down here. And go from there. And the reason I'm not grabbing all the oxygen things is I already have a bunch on me, and I don't want to start another stack. Dust firecracker fruit. We're dropping the seeds. We definitely want the seeds in that one. Something we really don't need. Good on this. We are rich, filthy rich. Let's just wait till the smog falls away and the world will be at our feet. Our dreams will come true. Yep. Let's go back to the recharge thing. I thought I tried to rescan it, but over. Charge growth requires a charged bolt. Okay. So you just chuck one of the empty bottles in the ground. Oh! That's a whole new... Wait, scan it? I didn't catch that was a whole new material. That mantis is not religious. Yup. Alright, so we got tons of fiberglass here. Want to grab a bunch of that. We're getting pretty close to running out of charge for a scanner. There's something cool in there. And I want it. Moss needle. What did I actually say about those? Durable, flexible material. Okay. Let me guess. Time to go and get more junk out of my inventory. What do I want to get rid of the most? What do I want to get rid of the most? There. No, I'll take a second trip. It's just right now, I'd rather just hang down here until I need to go back up. But yeah, now we're getting to that point with my scanner out of charge. We're basically tapped.
Encrypted data ready for research. Encrypted data ready for research.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's circling back where we came from.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
And drop down there. Yeah, so it looks like that's what's blocking our way to get in there. We gotta learn how to make a charge bolt. And that'll be how you get back out. Is there'll be something on that side that'll make this fall open. Alright. We dropped in here. I didn't see anything to take apart from this angle. Ow.
Virus infection detected.
So he apparently got meningitis. So that's cool, I guess. I'm assuming there's all like the wasp hive things down underneath the floor here. And I got hit through the floor by the wasp protecting their nest. I had hoped this is a way to like fall in here. Oh, you're full? I mean, I really do want whatever's down there. This is the only place I've seen fiberglass so far, so I feel like it's... You've got more charged stuff there. Okay. So we can top off our air. Yeah, so it looks like ultimately I have to get the
The tool's battery discharged.
I could have researched, I could have scanned it through the wall. That's fine. So we gotta go up top, and we gotta come back down, unfortunately. As soon as I remember how I even got this place. See, there's ways up here to check all this out. And there's another one. Okay, can I make more of those real fast? Nope, that's fine. Yeah, I'm assuming these moss needles will be useful. Like a lot of the stuff, it's when you have new materials, it's usually always worth considering like most of the new materials, unless it's like you eat this, you know, and it gives just a little bit of boosty boost. And then it gives you like any mention of substance wear. Oh yeah, that's you have a shortcut back over here. Let's take that route instead. Alright, so what I am curious is, with the meningitis,
A storm is coming.
if you are able to just like wait it out, or if I am supposed to just cure it. I'm assuming we're hearing the thunder from way far away. Calm down, weather. I'm guessing my flashlight's out of battery. Okay. Alright, so... I think we had something for one of these. Alright, so let's see here. So that's medium, so we can get rid of the small ones. Cool. We can get rid of the small ones. Oh, interesting. Both the thing we want to get rid of and this are acidic. So I can't use that. If I cancel, do I lose a sample? I don't think we do. Alright, so with that, we want to spare the medium, so let's go for the large instead. And I can do the negative or the unchanged. Let's go for the negative. Yeah, and then we can get neutral. Liquid oxygen. Okay. There's nothing new to do here. You're getting low on battery. We can get chitin armor and a charge bolt. We already just have what we need for a charge bolt. Rocket fuel? Hi. Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, actually, I take that back. I did see you. Mm-hmm. Well, you sleep well. Alright, I love you. Alright. So we've got all this stuff. The chitin armor. Meanwhile, I can go here, store similar, store similar, store similar. Grab that. You need power. We'll have to craft that. Okay. We can get hemoglobin. I also need to put you up here. Yes, yeah, the electrolyte if we get a potato. Immune booster. So that's the one we needed. We also need glowweed and siren crown fruit. We can give ourselves Titan armor. Okay, which isn't there, which means it's here. So chitin armor. Yeah, so chitin armor. So we've got that. Blood coagulator. What did I need the dust firecracker for? One thing we will need is I will want to make a planter for the dust firecracker. It was for something. There was something I needed the dust firecracker for.
Printing completed.
Charge bolts? Maybe. Ah, it is a small seed, so I didn't need that. That's fine. I'm sure I'll have something else for that.
Printing completed.
Organic fertilizer is required for that one. Okay. We haven't needed that so far, but I already have what I need to make that work. What I am going to need, though, is a bottle that isn't full. And then go... Okay, so liquid oxygen is interesting. So, organic fertilizer. Meanwhile, I can drop you off. Yeah, that's a breath nut seed. Is the breath nut seed a big one? Organic fertilizer acquired, that's fine. So that one we need the glowweed and the siren, whatever the crap it is. Yeah, I wish I could switch the plant resin. What I probably need to do, I'm gonna do it now, get myself another large bottle. Basically start retiring these little bottles and start making the big bottles from those. Okay, because now I can go in here. Drop all that off. Okay, so what? Dust daisies is what we were looking for. Organic fertilizer. And I'll need to make more. We got fiberglass, which I want to add into here somewhere. So we can bring our scanner down here. And then we also still have the upgraded one for the crystal. Yeah, so we'll just, once that's done recharging, we'll just grab it off the wall. And go ahead and upgrade it. Because my assumption is this will go way longer than the one we were using. Okay, so we can grab all the organic fertilizer. Okay, so we got the dust firecracker for whatever the heck we needed that for. So we're growing that stuff now. I still have more of it on hand, and I've got the moss needles. Durable, flexible material that has a resinous properties, ideal as a binder and builder for medium-sized objects. A useful material for crafting explosives and discharge things. I don't have metal. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so got that improved a little bit. And was there anything we need out of you? So you need glowweed and siren fruit. And then the rest is... Oh, wait. Yeah, you need the dust daisy things. I could have you make the liquid oxygen. Contains liquefied oxygen gas. I still don't know what I need that for. Okay, so the upgraded tool charger. Oh, you go on the ground. I hadn't anticipated that. All right. Yeah, no, I was gonna wrap up here in just a minute. I didn't want to go back out. Either way, we need to go sleep. Meningitis prevents you from sleeping. I'm assuming this meningitis is actually super dangerous and potentially lethal, and I should be really taking that as a serious consideration. Which I have wholly and completely ignored. And I probably should deal with that, because I actually, gonna be honest, I don't know anything about meningitis. I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume it is not something you want. And I saw we got a thing that supposedly we could fabricate a cure for it. But I don't remember where that is. Brain skin inflammation. Oh yeah, that sounds probably potentially lethal. Maybe I should have considered that at a much higher rate. Brain cleanser? Oh, if it's just green colander? Ah, it's easy. Apparently only have one. So you gotta wait 3 minutes. Maybe we'll be okay. In the meantime, we can solve our problems by eating too much. We'll leave the bottle of liquid oxygen there. Yeah, no, I'm assuming by game logic, it's probably potentially fatal. I've got the stuff I need to make the cure right there growing. I just needed to finish the step where it grows. Okay. I got 2 minutes to get that. I think we'll be fine. And then we should be able to just do the cure thing. Yes, I've got seeds. Yeah, the moss needles are just a material we can craft with, so let's chuck those in a box. And chuck you in a box. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab... where were they? Those can just go on the ground. Alright, 1 minute 40 seconds. We occasionally have problems with vaccination campaigns in some regions because ticks spread it. Yeah. Alright, so we got the crystal battery, we got our water, we got this thing. Got more chitin. Grab one of the stacks of medicine, drop the chitin in there. Do we get enough research to get anything we care about? Viewing corner is pretty cool. Bulky balloon core. Sure. Come on, man, you're right there. And my luck, because there's one in here, I believe. Maybe? Let's say my luck is I'll need more. Come on, 20 seconds. And then we can get rid of our meningitis. Alright, so we can go here and brain cleanser.
The virus was neutralized.
Yep, and we are good to go. Nothing to worry about at all. Let's go ahead and just make another one of those while I got those two there. Alright. So I'm feeling pretty good about our current situation. That said, chat, it is getting to be about that time. What is the benefit? I think genuinely I think it's cosmetic. So you can make it so it looks like 1 or 2 or whatever. I could be wrong. But with that said, thank you so much for tuning in. We have hit about that time that we wrap up stream for the night and all that stuff. As a reminder, we do stream every single day. Just that's not true, that's a lie. We stream every day but Thursdays and Fridays from 7 p.m. EST or after till about 4 a.m. EST. And that said, I do often stream on my days off. With that said, if you have enjoyed tonight's content, you're not already following the channel, don't forget to drop that follow. That way you can find your way back here in the future. We will be playing a bunch of cool games coming up here pretty soon, like Blacksmith Master and all that, which is a tycoon-style blacksmith game. That'll be a lot of fun. We do have Timberborn coming up pretty soon that they got their big update. They're doing a Dare Drop for. We got Roadcraft coming on the 20th where we'll be doing a collab with FG Squared. And a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So all of that's coming up pretty quick. With all that said, if you're watching over on YouTube, the stream will be ending for you abruptly because I don't have a host lined up. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I do hope you have enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're over here on Twitch, don't go anywhere, because we're going to go find someone for us to raid and say hello and make